In the cozy town of Jollyville, laughter filled the air like bubbles on a windy day. People giggled on park benches, snorted in cafes, and chuckled on their way to school. But no one knew the secret behind all the silliness, until one very peculiar Tuesday. You see, hidden under flower pots, inside mailboxes, and beneath curly garden hedges lived the Giggle Gremlins, tiny, ticklish creatures with wild hair, banana peel shoes, and voices that squeaked like rubber ducks. Their job? To make people laugh. A noble mission indeed. There were 4 main Giggle Gremlins: Pip, the prank planner; Nib, the nose honker; Zop, the master of zany dance moves; Lulu, the queen of silly sound effects. Together, they were the invisible team responsible for lost whoopee cushions, backward hats, and mysteriously giggly goats. One morning, the Giggle Gremlins gathered under a toadstool. "Friends," said Pip with a wink, "our work has become predictable." "Predictably hilarious," Zop said, doing a cartwheel into a shrub. "But what if people stop laughing?" Pip asked. "We need to raise the bar of bonkers." Nib scratched his fuzzy chin. "Let's pull off the ultimate prank." Lulu blew a raspberry. "Let's make Jollyville laugh harder than ever." And so, they hatched a plan called Operation Gigglestorm. The Giggle Gremlins zipped around the town that night like glitter in a wind tunnel. They replaced doorknobs with jelly, made traffic lights, played disco music, and swapped the mayor's speech notes with a recipe for pickle popsicles. The next morning, Jollyville erupted in confusion and laughter. Children arrived at school to find their chairs had googly eyes. The librarian's voice came out in rhymes. Even Grandma Tilly's knitting needles clicked out a tap dance. At first, it was all giggles and grins. But by lunch, the laughter was wearing thin. "Who put syrup in my shampoo?" cried Mr. Button the baker. "My lunchbox mooed at me," shouted Ellie, a second grader. "Why are my socks in my cereal?" moaned the mayor. The Giggle Gremlins peeked from behind a bench, waiting for the laughs. But instead, they heard groans, grumbles, and frustrated sighs. "Oh no," whispered Lulu. "Did we go too far?" "Maybe we forgot the golden rule," said Pip quietly. "Which one?" asked Zop. "Kindness before comedy," responded Pip. That night, the Giggle Gremlins held a serious meeting over marshmallow tea. "We were so excited to be funny," said Pip. "We forgot that not everyone laughs at the same things as we do." "We wanted to spread joy," Lulu added, "but we ended up making a mess." Nib nodded. "Time to make it right." And so began Operation Smile Fix. The Giggle Gremlins cleaned the jelly doorknobs, returned the socks, rewrote the mayor's speech, with only one pickle joke, and even baked apology cupcakes with glittery frosting and little smiley faces. The next day, the town woke up to notes on their doors. The notes said, "Sorry if we caused a frown. We're the Giggle Gremlins from Silly Town. We only meant to spread good cheer, not syrup in your shampoo, dear. So, here's a cake and shiny sticker. We promise next time we'll think quicker." The townsfolk read the notes. They smiled, then they chuckled, then they laughed. Grandma Tilly chuckled so hard she nearly tangled with her teapot. The mayor made the apology cupcakes part of Jollyville's annual Giggle Gratitude Day. And the Giggle Gremlins? They kept making people laugh, but now with care, kindness, and a lot of love. Zop became the official silly dance teacher. Lulu added sound effects to bedtime stories. Pip and Nib created a Choose Your Prank booth where kids could opt in or out. By the end of their adventure, the Giggle Gremlins discovered something very important. Laughter is magical, but even more powerful when shared with respect, kindness, and a sprinkle of responsibility. Being funny is wonderful, but making sure others feel safe and happy is even better. So, whenever you laugh so hard your belly hurts, remember it might just be a Giggle Gremlin nearby, making sure the world smiles with love, not just silliness.